good afternoon. Before we begin the ceremony, will everyone please go on mute? You may leave yourselves unmuted for the Pledge of Allegiance and while taking the state and federal oaths. I'm Joe Sliskovich, professor of law at Loyola Law School, and it's my pleasure and privilege to be your MC for today's event. As this is considered an official session of the California Superior Court, I am required to declare that the Superior Court of California is now in session. Will you all please rise? Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. You may now unmute. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated and go back on mute. Back on mute, please. Welcome to our alumni, their families, honored guests, and the members of the law school faculty, administration, and staff present today. Although we are unable to gather in person, we are thrilled to gather virtually and share this important event. Our new lawyers have brought honor to themselves, their families, and to Loyola. Admission to the bar is a great achievement. Let me be the first to congratulate you today. I now wish to introduce the other individuals who are participating in today's ceremony. Dean Michael Waterstone, the Honorable Sandra Klein, class of 1992, United States Bankruptcy Court, Central District of California. The Honorable Lori Behar, class of 1978, Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles. Professor Justin Levitt and Mr. Dean Conklin, class of 2014, President of the Alumni Association Board of Governors. Thank you all for being part of this memorable occasion. Now, it's my pleasure to now introduce Dean Michael Waterstone, the 18th Dean of Loyola Law School and a Senior Vice President of Loyola Marymount University. Dean Waterstone.
Thank you, Joe. Can everyone hear me okay? Great. There's going to be a long list of people that say congrats today. I get to be the second, and that's not a bad position. We are so incredibly proud of you. I'll get to that more in a moment. But first, I wanted to acknowledge a couple folks. I wanted to acknowledge our alum on the judiciary that are here with us. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your service. We need it now more than ever, and we're so grateful to have you as parts of our community. I see so many of our staff colleagues here today, and Maya and others and Corinne worked so incredibly hard to pull today off. So if we could take a moment and acknowledge the amazing staff at Loyola Law School. Staff, thank you. I'm fortunate to look out and see several of my faculty colleagues. Really what defines Loyola is that magic in the classroom between faculty member and student. So we're hearing from Professor Sliskovich and Professor Levitt today, but I see so many other of my faculty colleagues. If we could take a moment and appreciate and acknowledge our faculty. Okay, so now let me speak directly to those of you that are here that passed the bar. Boy, life is about moments, and this is one. I'm looking out and see some of you surrounded by your friends and loved ones. For others, you need to kind of do the Brady Bunch thing and look around at other people's screens. But take a moment, and if you don't take a screenshot, at least take a mental picture and thank and express gratitude for those that were with you on this journey, your friends, your loved ones that supported you through this really amazing accomplishment. So take that moment and appreciate and acknowledge, whether they're here or not, all of those that helped get you and carry you to this point. So perhaps more than any other group of test takers, this group has demonstrated unbelievable resilience on your journey to become credentialed and barred lawyers in the state of California. And that resilience is going to do you incredibly well through the rest of your legal journey. I really just want to offer three quick observations or thoughts. One is, as you go through this, I really urge you, be happy. Be happy. And many of us on this call, including myself, have been practicing lawyers. Doesn't mean you're going to be happy any minute, every minute of every day. The law can be a challenging and demanding profession. But I would say if you ever find yourself feeling professionally unhappy for a sustained period of time, it's time to make a change. You deserve more than that. Our profession is so big and so broad and so diverse, and there is so much that you can do. You deserve to be happy. So if you find yourself not, please reach out to any of us. We'll be your Loyola family for life. But it really is at that point time to think about what else you can do. And there's so much you can do within the law. So that's the first thing, be happy. The second is, take this credential that you've worked so hard for, take the Loyola education that you've invested so much in, and use it to make the world a better place. Doesn't mean we all agree on what that means. One of the things we've learned in law school is that we can agree to disagree respectfully. But the world needs your talent, the world needs your energy, the world needs your training to heal what is broken. I don't know any better than the rest of you what the world's going to look like on a back end of a pandemic, but I'm sure it's going to look less equal than it does now. And the world needs you to help make a difference. That can be through zealous representation of a client. It can be through pro bono work. It could be through social justice lawyering. But we need you to try to make the world a better place, however you define that. So that's the second thing. Take what you've been given, take what you've worked for, and use it to make the world a better place. The third thing, make some money. That's okay. Part of the reason you came to law school is to be able to support yourselves and your family. And it doesn't mean that money should be the only driver of what you're doing. If it is, it's, you're going to burn out fairly quickly, but it's okay to make some money. And some of you, we know, statistically speaking, will make a whole lot of money. That's great too. I would ask you, when you do, remember Loyola Law School. We're here. But let me just say congrats. It has been, on behalf of our entire community, it's been our privilege and honor to be with you on your journey. I'm looking out and seeing so many of you who are now young alum who I've had the privilege of either teaching or being with during your law school experience. So thank you, congratulations. And Professor Sliskovich, I'm going to turn the program back to you.
Thank you, Michael. It's now my pleasure to introduce Professor of Law and Gerald T. McLaughlin Fellow, Justin Levitt. Professor Levitt is the recipient of the 2020 Excellence in Teaching Award for the Evening Division and will extend remarks on behalf of the faculty. Professor Levitt.
Thank you so very much, Professor Sliskovich. I really appreciate the introduction. And to all of our grads, moments from admission to the bar, hi, I'm number 3. Congratulations. We are so proud of you. Your family and your loved ones are proud of you. Your friends are proud of you, though not all of them will admit it right now, but they are. Your faculty, your administration, the alums you're joining, we're really proud of you too. You all made it through, and one of the most disrupted law school experiences in a century. Law school is hard. This last year and change has been really hard. For every single person gathered here today, virtually, it's been hard in different ways. And now you're on the other side of that experience, getting ready to soar into the aftertimes with a whole new set of skills and hopefully some extra friends. And now on the other side of the bar exam, you are moments from becoming a legal professional with California's stamp of approval, which means I'm going to make a weird suggestion. Bear with me. Every one of you had a reason for going to law school. Something you really wanted to do with your degree, with those new skills of yours and this new license to practice you're about to get. It's possible that reason changed in the time you were at Loyola. That's fine. But all of you have a reason now. Something you really, really want to do with the fact that in just a few seconds, you're all going to have a new title, attorney at law. When we're done here today, at some point today, I'm going to ask you to write that reason down. Write down what you want to do with this credential you've got, whatever it is. And then I want you to frame it. Doesn't need to be big or gaudy, just a simple frame, but a frame. Doesn't matter where you put it. It can live in a drawer, but I want you to frame it because that's a little bit of a promise to yourself. You can change what's in a frame. That's just fine. You can change photos or letters or paintings in a frame. Some of you have exes that used to be in frames that are no longer in frames. That's all fine. But it takes a little bit of thought to change what's in a frame. You've got to consider it. You've all got a why. And I want you to keep on thinking about the why. And if you write it down and you frame it, you'll keep thinking about the why wherever you are. One more thing, when you write down what you really want to do with this degree, what your why is, I've got a hope. And this hope is from a colleague at a different school who delivered this thought so perfectly, I'm compelled to repeat it. I hope you choose something with one special quality. I hope the thing you choose to write down is something where it hurts when you lose. That's a weird thing to say on a day like this, but here's a hard truth. As lawyers, as people, we're not always going to get exactly what we want. You'll win. Don't get me wrong. You'll win. You'll win a lot. You're Loyola grads. But sometimes you'll lose. And I hope it hurts when you do. Because that means that you really, like really from the bottom of your heart, really care about what you're doing. Years ago, I was a busboy and a dishwasher. And you know what? I'll be honest, I didn't much care when there was a dish that didn't get washed just right. That wasn't top on my list. But as an attorney, I've been a civil rights lawyer, and I felt each and every loss hard. But that also meant it felt great. It feels great when I won. There is a profound power in following your passion, whatever that is. That passion's going to be different for each of you. There is no one right answer for what should be on that note in that frame. Don't get me wrong, there are definitely some wrong answers, but there's not one right answer. Whatever you do, wherever what makes you go is unique to you. But in this shiny new legal career, I hope you keep your eyes on that prize, whatever it may be. You deserve that for yourself. So I want to say again, congratulations. I want to say again, we're really, really proud of you. You're going to keep making us proud, counseling others out there in the world. Don't be strangers. Thank you. And now back to Professor Sliskovich.
Thank you very much, Justin. It's now my pleasure to invite to the lectern the Honorable Sandra Klein, who will provide today's judicial address. Judge Klein.
Good afternoon. As a proud Loyola Law School graduate and as a member of the Alumni Association Board of Governors, it is an honor and a privilege to congratulate you on becoming the newest members of the State Bar of California. It is also thrilling to see each and every one of you here today. I know that everyone being sworn in today has worked incredibly hard. You, your family, and your friends should be so proud of everything that you've accomplished. As you embark on your legal careers, I hope that you will remember the following 3 pieces of advice. First, what you learned in your ethical lawyering class is just the beginning. Please do not think that because you've completed your ethical lawyering class, graduated, and passed the bar, you can forget about ethics. Virtually every day, you will be confronted with ethical issues. Ethics is easy when everyone is looking. When you're in court and the judge orders you to produce evidence to your opponent and you comply. But it is much harder when you're by yourself reviewing documents and you uncover evidence that is bad for your client or that is contrary to your client's interests. If your first thought is, oh no, do I really have to turn this over to my opponent in discovery? Then the answer is most likely yes. Do not hide the evidence, do not destroy the evidence, and do not just forget to turn it over. Being ethical requires you to analyze the rules and determine whether the evidence must be disclosed. Err on the side of disclosure. Your integrity, your reputation, and your career depend upon it. Great lawyers do not hide evidence that is detrimental to their clients. They disclose it and determine how to mitigate it. You are the judges, the law firm partners, and the general counsel of the future. Always do the right thing, the ethical thing, and make yourselves, your families, and your school proud. Second, treat each and every day like a job interview. There might be times in your careers when you feel overwhelmed, exhausted, or discouraged. But if you think of each and every day as a job interview, you will succeed. You will impress the people you are working for and with, all of whom could be future employers or provide recommendations for you. So even if you dislike the type of work you're doing or the assignments you're given, do the best job possible. One of the hallmarks of Loyola grads is they work very hard. I encourage you to continue that legacy. If you commit to working diligently and treat each and every day like a job interview, you will be successful and have more opportunities than you could ever imagine. Third, you now have the privilege of being able to practice law, and you can make a huge difference. You have a responsibility to give back to your school, to your community, and to those less fortunate than you. And you have a responsibility to use your training and your voice to ensure that everyone is treated equally. During the past year, we have seen what a difference individuals using their voices can make and what change, real change, can look like. It can be slow, it can be messy, and at times it is imperfect. But if we all commit to working together to make the world a better place, we will see true change. You must help ensure that justice is truly colorblind and that the conclusion of the Pledge of Allegiance with liberty and justice for all is not just an ideal, but a reality. I will leave you with the profound words of Robert F. Kennedy. Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. There will be bumps, twists, and turns in your careers and in your lives. But each time you run into an obstacle or a setback, pick yourself up, learn from your mistakes, and move forward towards your goals. Loyola has given you a wonderful foundation. You must now build on that foundation and take the next step in your career. I have no doubt that each and every one of you will succeed, will make your family proud, and will be a credit to your school. Congratulations again, and best wishes to you all.
Thank you, Judge Klein. I would like to now invite the Honorable Lori Behar to administer the state oath. Judge Behar.
Thank you, Professor Sliskovich, and let me be the fifth person to congratulate all of you. I would ask that all those present who are eligible to be sworn into the California State Bar now stand.
I hereby move that the new admittees present today be accepted as practicing attorneys by the state courts of California. You may now unmute.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I solemnly affirm
solemnly
affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will
support
the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the
Constitution of the State of California,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I
and that I will faithfully discharge
discharge
the duties of an attorney and counselor at law
the
duties of an attorney and counselor at law
to the best of my ability.
to the
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Judge Behar. Congratulations to our new attorneys. Please remain unmuted and take a few moments for some well-deserved celebration. You've earned it.
Yay!
Okay, I now adjourn this special session of the Superior Court of California. Please remain standing, and I invite the Honorable Sandra Klein to the lectern to administer the oath for the federal bar. Judge Klein.
Thank you. It is now my pleasure to administer the oath of admission on behalf of the judges of the United States District Court for the Central District of California. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly affirm
I do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
And I will bear true faith and allegiance. Yes.
to the government of the United States,
The government of the United States.
that I will maintain the respect
And I will maintain the respect
due to the courts of justice and judicial officers,
due to the courts of justice and to the judicial officers.
and that I will demean myself
And that I will demean myself
as an attorney, proctor, advocate,
as an attorney, advocate,
solicitor, and counselor
counselor
of this court uprightly.
of this court uprightly.
So help me God.
So help
So help me God.
Congratulations again.
Thank you, Judge Klein. And again, remain unmuted and take a few moments here to for some well-deserved celebration.
Congratulations.
Okay, please be seated and go back on mute. I would now like to invite Mr. Dean Conklin, President of the Alumni Association Board of Governors, to extend remarks on behalf of the Alumni Association. Mr. Conklin?
Thank you, Professor Sliskovich, and good afternoon, Dean Waterstone and Judge Klein and Judge Behar. I think the congratulations technically reset after you've actually taken the oath. So let me be the first to technically congratulate you on being a newly sworn-in attorney. Cheers to this class of newly sworn-in Loyola attorneys. On behalf of the Loyola Law School Alumni Association Board of Governors, I want to extend a heartfelt congratulations to each of you on this meaningful accomplishment. I remember the day I swore in and the feelings you're all feeling now, those feelings of reflection, pride, and joy. It was a rainy day in December, actually, just a few years ago. And after I took the oath, I looked back at my parents and I walked back to them after I congratulated my friends. My mom's eyes were kind of swelling with pride, and my dad put his arms around me and said, "Son, this is something that nobody can take away from you." And my heart kind of swelled, but then I remembered Gary Williams' legal ethics course, and I said, "Dad, technically there are any number of infractions of the California rules of professional conduct that can result in disbarment." And I thought of all of the responsibilities and the duties that came with my new role as an attorney in the state of California. All kidding aside, taking and passing the bar exam was one of the most meaningful things I've ever done. And it was made all the more meaningful, not just taking the step as a lawyer, but as a Loyola lawyer. Over the past few years, I've seen firsthand all that the Alumni Association and what being a member of the Alumni Association offers to Loyola grads, including mentorship programs, networking opportunities, and monthly community service events. I'd encourage you to stay involved with the Loyola community as you move forward in your career. Now, I think that there's been a lot of advice given by people who are much smarter than I am, with much more experience than I have. And frankly, many of you have weathered the last year in more trying circumstances than I have, having taken the bar and finished law school. So I'll keep it short, but I just want to add to Professor Levitt's comments to keep the why in mind. Maybe go back and read your personal statement that you wrote to get into law school in the first place. Think about the why and always keep that question in your mind while you reflect on the road you've traveled. I want to leave you with these two words, and it's echoing what many have already offered. Thank someone. Today marks both a starting point and a finish line. Let someone know today, in whatever way rings authentic and true to you, that you are grateful for their part in your journey. And we at the Alumni Association are so excited to be able to extend to you an invitation to ours. Congratulations, and back to you, Professor Sliskovich.
Thank you very much, Dean. On behalf of the law school community, I would like to thank Dean Waterstone, Judge Klein, Judge Behar, Professor Levitt, and Mr. Conklin for taking part in these ceremonies. I too extend my heartfelt congratulations to each of you. For those who don't need to sign off right away, we will now play a slideshow recognizing today's admittees. Enjoy your day, and we look forward to seeing you in person at an alumni event soon. Thank you.
Congratulations, everyone. You can come off mute and celebrate. Cheers. Woo.
Congrats, everybody.
Congrats, everyone.
Congrats, everyone.
Amazing work, amazing job.
Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations.